Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Pinky and I am a real life brat doll. So I know all of you guys have seen Speed's African tour. I saw that he was in my country and I was so pleasantly surprised because I didn't think he would come to South Africa or even Africa for the new year. So I literally was watching and I was like, wow, he's having so much fun.
He is the best spinner in South Africa. Let's see what he got.
It was so nice to see. But the thing that I am uploading this video for is the fact that when I was watching the African Americans reacting to his tour, his African tour, they were all so shocked because they were like, first of all, we thought you guys were living in huts. They were surprised that we have like modern houses, that we have buildings, we have roads, we have Wi-Fi, we have running water.
But I'm watching the IShowSpeed thing, and I'm seeing a lot of like bots or regular people saying, "I thought Africa was all huts." What? The place that all the Europeans steal from? You thought it was all huts? The Europeans stole so much from Africa, they even took the people. That's where you get a person like me, a black American. So what are you talking about? Africa's rich on its own. It's just there's like what's stopping it from being rich is Europeans stealing and causing confusion. That's what's stopping it. Like black Americans, we can see our oppressor. They can't. It's like another black person doing it over there. But they don't know it's a white person pulling all the strings.
They were just like shocked, which was like surprising because it proves the point which I was saying in the video that I uploaded previously, which was the Zulu tribe versus the New Orleans thing. And I remember stating there that America has believed this image of Africa with the fly on the child's nose, and it is the reason why they look down on African people because of the propaganda that they've believed or which was given to them. So it is amazing to see how people are reacting on the internet. I saw this other lady was crying, like she literally was emotional because she was like, we have been lied to.
Y'all probably wondering why I'm crying. I've been watching Speed streams, and I'm seeing all the love that he's getting in Angola. He's in South Africa, and he's getting massive amount of love. And the way that he was treated in Europe was disgusting. But to see him be a black man from the United States of African descent and be able to go back to the continent and be treated like a human by civilized African people, when we've been taught that Africa is primitive, that it's dangerous, don't go back, they have this, they have that, they don't want you, they don't like you. And to see an African American man with his stature go back to the motherland and be treated with so much respect. This is what our people fought for. This is what they fought for when they fought against Jim Crow and segregation.
And it is true, you guys have been lied to. We have never hated African Americans. We have never, and the proof is right there. We have always loved the African Americans. In fact, the only reason we watch America is because of the black people. We're not interested in the Mexicans, the Latinas, the white people, whoever is in America, we are not interested in, because the life of the party is the black, the African Americans, the black people in America. The people who make Hollywood is the black side of the entertainment, you know? So that is why we have always loved you guys. So we do have huts, we do have villages. However, it is not what you guys think. But then again, I am South African, and South Africa is considered to be the most developed country in Africa. Yes, other countries are also doing good, but in terms of popular consensus, in terms of working systems, infrastructure, just let me say everything. Because if you'd also Google or go on YouTube, if someone says the best internet, they always South Africa is number one. The best infrastructure, South Africa is always number one. The best system, South Africa is always number one. Just we are always number one in South Africa, right? So maybe I'm speaking from point of privilege, but I did look at the Angola briefly, and I saw that they are not as developed as us, because when Speed was going through the city, I was looking at the buildings and then I was comparing it to South Africa and Cape Town, and I was like, yeah, we are a little bit better than Angola. And I can't say all the African countries because I haven't been to all of them. I've only been in South Africa all of my life. I've traveled South Africa. I've never been outside of South Africa. So we do have huts, but our huts are actually very beautiful. They have electricity, they have running water, they are very spacious actually. They have shopping centers there. It is really not what you guys think. But we also have the hood, as you guys have too. We have suburbs, we have estates, we have mansions, we've got Confederate parks, we've got theme parks, we've got everything in South Africa. And a lot of people, when they get here, they get shocked because it's not what they were programmed to believe.
So I would be lying if I said that I came here with absolutely no expectations, but largely I came here with no expectations as it pertains to what the cities look like, what like the daily life for the citizens would look like. Based off the American education system and the lack of information that we have about Africa, and the only information that we do have about Africa being the little babies with the flies on their bodies, I knew that there was more than that, but I did not do any research. I did not know where we were going. Well, I did know. I didn't know about Johannesburg. I just knew that my family wanted to come here, and we here. And they're researchers, so it was cool. I didn't really have to think about it. I was expecting the accommodations to be a little bit more humbled, or like maybe a small step down from what I'm used to. But I got here, I'm like, wait a minute, is America the ghetto? Is everything opposite? Because where I've been has been nice as hell. America is just very basic, very. Everything looks nice. Everything is glittery, but none of that shit is gold. All that shit is it's all a facade. But I got here and I'm like, okay, it's all a facade. But I get here and I'm like, oh, they actually got the real quality over here, and we got the fake quality over there. And so when I'm just noticing little things like the bathrooms, I'm like, oh, we have been bamboozled.
I also remember when Speed was in Cape Town, and then it's so crazy that he was literally in the places I would walk and even travel. It was like, wow. And now I've moved back home, so I wasn't even in Cape Town when he was there. But it's not like I would have gone. It was too much chaos. I wouldn't have been able to go. People overwhelm me. Energies, too much energies. But what my point is, when they were getting to the taxi part where everyone takes transport, um, people don't have cars. So by the way, he thought the taxi was an ice cream truck. So when he was getting to the taxi rank, right, the security was like, South Africa is very beautiful. And Speed was looking at him like, oh, it really is? And then he's like, yeah, I'm from West Africa. So I interpreted that as, in West Africa, they are not as developed as us, because why would you say I'm from West Africa? You know? And then also Speed, eventually, when they were going to other parts of Cape Town, he was like, wow, South Africa is very beautiful. But just like America, we have beautiful parts. We've got the hood. We've got, just like you guys. There are beautiful parts, and then there are like, you know, informal, I would say, parts. So yes, you guys have been lied to. Okay, we are very developed in South Africa, and a lot of African Americans, when they get here, they actually want to live here. Also, there's a lot of African Americans who are moving here, buying property here, because they feel at home when they're here. It's not what you guys think. So yes, additionally though, I was noticing how Speed was shocked at how South African women have very curvy bodies. They have beautiful small waist, big hips, big butts.
Pumpkin? What does that mean? Yeah, like she gonna pick it back right. How can I do that? You want me to get on your back? How can I get on her back?
And it's natural. I remember posting a video just speaking about DDG and Halle, and then someone was in my comment section talking about you have too much lip fillers, and I'm like, bitch, I woke up like this. What the fuck, bro? It's the first time someone accused me of lip plastic surgery or lip fillers, and I'm like, my lips are not even that big. These are African features, and people in the comment section were taking up for me. I could tell they're Americans, and they're like, "This is the first time I've seen a natural black woman, and she's a natural black woman. Why are you so negative?" You know what I mean? And I'm grateful that they actually checked her, and I also came in the comment section, and I told her that I woke up like this, love. These are not fillers. So that's what I mean when I say South African women are very beautiful and they are natural. We also are multicultural. We have different tribes, 11 that are official, but 13. And when he arrived in the hood, all Speed, and then he was asking, what language do you guys speak here? And they were like, Xhosa. They named them all. And then he was like, what language do you speak? And then they said Xhosa. And then he caught on to that one, because that's where that province, you guys would consider it a state, but that province is where Xhosa is spoken. And that's my tribe, actually. So yeah, it was so nice to watch that. Oh my gosh. It is the best. Like, I have never watched a 7-hour video in my life. That one was amazing from start to finish. Another thing I've noticed about African Americans or black people in America, I've noticed that they've always been interested in Africa. They've always just wanted to know about Africa. But I think because of the propaganda that they have received, sorry for that. Someone's talking about me probably. Because of the propaganda they got, they have this negative connotation about Africa, but it was so beautiful to watch how it was all changed just by that stream, and how they now are like, oh, I'm gonna go to South Africa. By the way, guys, South Africa was fine with you guys not knowing about them. They were fine with you guys thinking less of them, because now they're like, they all gonna come here. We were like so much in peace. Some of them in the comment section are like, no, he's lying. That's AI. Because they don't want you guys to come here and then flock, because you guys will love it here. You'll be like, all of these people look like me. They're welcoming. It's fun. Like, South Africa is a vibe, you know? So yeah, man. But it also showed the ignorance, that Americans have, and I don't know if it's that combined with the education system, but I feel like, hey, son, my ear. But I feel like you guys are very ignorant in terms of Africa, because of even things like thinking that we wouldn't have running water and Wi-Fi. Then again, I'm South African. I'm speaking from a point of privilege. But even with that, there are parts in Africa, like if you go to every part in Africa, there will be good parts and there will be bad parts. So I don't think that even if I would travel outside, that I would discover that, it's that bad, where you wouldn't have something as simple as the internet. Is it that bad in y'all's African countries? Can you guys comment and let me know? Like, you guys have internet, right? I did notice though that there were some African Americans who had negative comments. I remember seeing one who was talking about the Flash. There was this other guy in Angola when Speed was there who was wearing this Flash outfit, and then they ended up racing and he beat him. Um, they were talking about how dusty the outfit looks, well, saying negative things about the outfit. And I also saw I saw Love Jones comment. She was talking like so negative. She's like, "Oh, it's only because he's famous. Obviously, they would treat him like
So
that."
Speed is in Africa, and now I done seen people talking about, oh, the CIA and what the CIA was trying to do ain't working because he in Africa. Y'all see how the Africans is treating him. First of all, Speed is in Africa. Everywhere Speed goes, y'all acting like he's not an international stream star. He is. No matter which way you want to turn the key, y'all want to act like he's not a real celebrity. These young people know exactly who Speed is. Older people, I've seen older Scottish women saying, oh my God, Speed, Speed, hugging him down, trying to get his attention, asking for an autograph. He is world renowned, okay? So just because he's in Africa, he's in Angola to be specific, because y'all love the child only when it's convenient. Y'all want it to be this specific country, okay? He's in Angola and everybody's showing him so much love. They're fawning all over him, running up to him. Oh my God, Speed, Speed, Speed. But they're not talking about how they begging him down for money though. Ain't nobody bringing that up. They out there begging him down for money. There's kids on the floor on their hands and knees begging him down for money. I've seen Africans in Europe begging Black Americans down for money. I've seen video footage of this. So I just want to say this, right? I'm not sitting up here saying that Africans on the continent do not like or do not look up to Black Americans, because a lot of them do. They always have. We're talking about the ones, especially the ones that come here, and then they have this weird secret competition that they have going on with us. They think they're better, they work harder, and they're just so much smarter and all of these other things. Those are usually the ones that's popping it the most. They pop it the most in the comment sections. They pop it the most, on the internet. They pop it the most on the podcast. They pop it, pop it, pop it. They pop it, and they be EBA everywhere but Africa, and they be popping it. The ones in Africa, majority of them are trying to get out of their countries, and when they see an American, they see somebody that, and Speed is rich and famous. Y'all act like Speed is out there as just a regular everyday commoner trying to blend in.
But I thought we didn't have Wi Fi though. So how would we know that he's an international star?
And she was talking about people asking Speed for money. I didn't see that in Angola, but that never happened in South Africa. In fact, in South Africa, every time he would buy something, they would be like, "No, you don't have to buy it. You can just have it for free."
I said, can we pay for this?
Oh, I don't want money. And this one as well. It's a gift from me.
A gift from you?
Yeah.
But we want to pay though. We want to pay for courtesy.
No, thank you. I don't know.
You sure?
Yeah, damn sure.
So that's not true about South Africa. I don't know about Angola. I'm speaking as a South African, anyways. But one thing I've noticed is that there are those negative African Americans. They they want to keep this narrative or keep believing this narrative to make themselves feel better because being American makes them think that they are better than an African person. It is something that is sad though because the point actually of this is that they this whole time they thought Africans don't like them, and that stream shows that that's not true. So okay, let's put aside the stereotypes you guys keep on saying about us. The streams, they end this propaganda of you guys thinking that we do not like you. Done. So now, because they see that it's not true, they just want to keep this narrative. Oh, they were begging for money. Of course, they would treat him like that because he's speed. But actually, there's another girl on TikTok who has come to South Africa, and she seems to have been here for a long time, by the way. She has been welcomed. She has had the same love. Obviously, she wouldn't have all those millions of people following her because she's not famous, but she's had the same love, the same respect, the same kindness that Speed has had.
In the building. Shout out, my nigga. Hunter in the building. Yo, shout out Snazo for finally, not finally, but for joining us. Because wow. Wow, yes. And the beautiful Miss Fafa, the ever so pretty. My God. We got Dolly Charmaine in the building. Everybody is still nice. Shout out to DJ 3 Move Money, or is it Roman Riches, or is it so many names, Honey Jukes. Shout out to you. Too many accolades. We love you. I love from you. The motherland and everybody out there. We are Tandega fans too.
So as you can see, this is the lady that I was talking about who I mentioned that has been in South Africa and has been welcomed with so much love. Just look at the comment sections. It says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, babe. You are one of us. We truly love you. Then she says Merry Christmas. And then another one says it was great to have you in Mzansi, which means South Africa. It's another meaning for at the bottom, because South Africa is literally at the bottom of Africa. Hopefully you felt love of South Africa. And she says all the love. So you see, we've never hated you guys. Even the general person we are welcoming to and we are loving.
So it just proves, my lovely, just heal. We are not what you think, my love. We are way better than that. And I'm sure if Love Jones would come here to South Africa, she would be shocked. She would be shocked. And I wonder what she'd say next because they just, it seems there are people who are only confident by thinking that they're better than you know? And that's not true confidence.
I see why Storm is no longer her friend, because she's an ignorant, dumb African American who's self-hating. And anyways, every time I would watch Storm Monroe, the energy she would be giving would be trying to attach herself to Storm to be relevant, because nobody's really checking for her. And they would always read her for a wig. They would say she wears these Party City wigs. So I see now she's improved on those. But girl, you need to improve your attitude, your heart, your mind, because you sound like a very good slave who's been programmed. And also, you don't want to now believe the truth because it makes you feel better to think that Africans are hating on you. And Storm was actually in Ghana and he had a good time. He said he felt at home, everything was affordable. So, yeah, I saw him saying he wants to let go of people in his life, people that don't add anything, that are leeches, and I think you're one of them, people that don't contribute anything. I'm glad he did because he had a good time.
She did mention though that yeah, these Africans, they say they work harder than us. They say they this and they that. And I feel like those are valid feelings because, as I mentioned, South Africa is considered to be the most developed country in Africa. And so we do have a problem of other Africans coming to South Africa, you know. Some of them, well, some of them come legally and then some come illegally. And the illegal ones are the problems. So they then, you know, also call us xenophobic when we do not like the fact that they are doing crimes in South Africa, fraud, scams. Um, and we mostly have problems with Nigerians because of what I've just mentioned. Everyone knows that, you know, there are these bad apples of Nigerians who are committing crimes like fraud, scams, identity theft, and they don't seem to beat the allegations because everywhere, you know, Wendy from the Real Housewives of Potomac, Simon Bobadia, Hush Puppy, and then that South African, that well, not the South African, that Nigerian girl who entered Miss South Africa, and then later we found out that her mother committed fraud to seem as if she's South African, because obviously the people who enter that competition have to be South African citizens, or I think they have to be South African, South African. I'm not sure what the standard is, but obviously you have to be legal anyways. So the issues we have with them as well is that they like to say, oh, South Africans are lazy, they sit all day, they don't do anything. And it's like, of course, we can afford to, our government pays us if we are unemployed, you know? That's why you're here. You have to work. You know what I mean? So I kind of understood where she was coming in that, but I don't like how she groups every African. Like, I'm sure when she was speaking about those Africans, she's not talking about South Africans because South Africans are comfortable. That's why you don't find us, you know, everywhere. But Nigerians are everywhere because the country is not countrying. You know, it's very corrupt. They are, you know, they are allegedly suffering according to what they're saying on social media. You know, it is not nice to be there in terms of just making a living, the basic living. You know what I mean? The healthcare systems. I also was watching that boxer Anthony, whatever, like they were talking about how they didn't have ambulances in Nigeria, you know, which then it proves that really South Africa is the most developed one because how could you not have an ambulance? Something so simple. I mean, we have our problems as well. It may, some of them, if you don't have medical aid and you call the public hospitals, they may come there in 2 hours or whatever, but they'll like in specific areas like villages and stuff like that. But we do have working systems. And if you don't have a medical aid in South Africa, you still will get helped, you know? So we do have those issues with those Nigerians or other Africans who are disrespectful to the people of, you know, a certain country. And I think that's what Love Jones has also experienced. But I feel like she should not group everyone, and she should not um, let that make her have a better heart about her identity as a Black African American. You know what I mean? Because we didn't say African Americans should call themselves African Americans. They call themselves African Americans because of the history of you guys being taken from here and other parts of the world, you know? So yeah, I hope she heals from whatever negative experience she's had from the other Africans. Yeah, but like it has been proven. We never hated you guys. We've always loved Americans. And it would be great if actually, instead of fighting, we unite because Africa is the richest continent. But there's a vested interest in ensuring that we do not know our power, we do not know ourselves, you know, and we stay divided. So yeah, there was a lot I wanted to say in this video. I hope I said everything. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please let me know what you think in the comment section. Do like and subscribe as well. And yes.